Hey guys, it's Hayden again. So this is like what, my sixth video? It's very exciting being back on YouTube. And thank you guys for all of the comments and likes and subscribes and views and just all of the things that I keep coming back to in my notifications box. You guys are really cool. Really thought I was gonna get like 20 views and like that would be something, you know. So like appreciate it. So I mentioned in my last video that I was going to talk about mental health. Stuffs, issues, disorders. I like stuffs better. Mental health stuffs today. And so, wow, you're already here. And so, joining us on our very special video is my very good friend, Vonta Black. And Vonta Black is a 10-month-old Havanese, and she is my emotional support dog. Aren't you? Are you my friend? And we're gonna get on an airplane next month, and I'm gonna be terrified because it's a 6-hour flight, and I don't know how you're gonna handle it. So she's a not mental. She's an emotional support dog that gives me anxiety. It's all good. It's all good. So, I want to preface this video saying that I am somebody who has mental health disorders. Hence, dog. I was born in the hospital. I was born and then I was 5 and then I was diagnosed with ADHD, which I'm really reluctant to really put in this video as a mental health disorder because I kind of grew up taking a lot of flack from it from my peers. I had to take medicine at the nurse's office during our lunch break because I was on a 4-hour time release of Ritalin. So I would have to get my second dose at lunch, and kids caught onto it and found out that I had like a disorder, and it got around, and I got made fun of, and it made me really hate myself and feel like a freak. And it wasn't until my like 20s that I realized that everybody has ADHD, and we're actually really fun, exciting people. Oh my god, it was so cute. So no. So I'm sorry, like dog. I have, however, been diagnosed with anxiety and depression in my early 20s, and I think that's just hereditary. It could also be like situational, but a lot of people in my family have it, and so like me getting it or having it or dealing with it was like something that I was like not surprised about. Problem is that I was in the military at the time, that I was like starting to like have these things come to fruition, and so I really couldn't go to any of the doctors because I was also gay, and like I was also like questioning my like gender identity at the time. And while these things weren't things, which I'm gonna talk in my video about, that like made my life suck, other than people like judging me for them and making me hate like them. I just felt like I could never be honest with anybody. Like if I couldn't be honest with them about my sexuality and gender identity, I'm sure as hell not gonna open up to you about like personal struggles that I don't even know why I have. So I kind of denied having anxiety and depression. I tried to be like, I'm in the military, I'm cool, I'm trans, I'm on YouTube, I do stuff, there's nothing wrong with me. So I did deny it. I'm sure I brought it up in some videos that I've made on here before, but I didn't get the help I needed for it. And I kind of fell into the culture of like, you should tough it out. Yeah. I used to be like somebody who used to see people who had like emotional support dogs and be like, you need a dog? Like, bro. But now I'm like, dude, dogs are awesome. If like I can have an excuse to have a dog, I'm gonna have an excuse to have a dog. So like this is the best excuse in the world. Even though it's not like an excuse, but like I'll take it. I'll take the dog. So I'm the guy who likes to dig into the comments on those trans videos, the ones with the really trolly ones. You know, they call you an attack helicopter and a special snowflake. To die for. Love them. But the comments that really get me are the ones that aren't necessarily malicious on purpose. It's the ones where people look at... she's going to drop this whole video, so it's fine. It's the ones where people... What do you want? Oh my god. That's because I had a burger, and she wants to eat it. And it was a veggie burger, so, like, I don't know. Actually, she likes tomatoes. I can't even with this video. What are you doing? Okay. I'm trying to make this video so quick, and now I like have brought a small puppy into it. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I see these comments that say that people have a mental health disorder because they're trans. Like, that is their mental health disorder. Like, they're fucked up in the head because they think that they are a gender opposite to their birth gender, their biological sex. And there's also this thing about, like, do these people really not think that we're not aware of our biological sex? Like, I'm not deranged. I'm not, like, literally thinking that my biology and all of these test results and everything that, like, I can see in my pants is, like, a figment of my imagination. Like, I'm not actually fucking crazy. I just reject living my life in this gender construct that was created based off my, like, sexual organs. Like, that's fucked up. I'm not about that at all. I'll tell you guys a story. When I was 6 years old, I really didn't realize that I was different from boys because we all just climbed trees and, like, played Army Man and everything was great. So one day I was out in my climbing tree and I was wearing my favorite pajamas because I didn't have boy clothes at that time. They were like baseball pajamas where, like, they buttoned up the front and it had, like, baseball, like, it was just like a baseball thing, and I was obsessed. So weird time in my life where my parents, like, sent me to Sunday school, and then it never happened again, and I just didn't grow up religious. Very strange. So these boys from my Sunday school come around, and, you know, they're at the oldest 9, but they're like 7 to 9 years old, and I'm like, what, 6? And so I'm wearing my, like, button-up shirt, and they're like, hey, like, I'll give you, like, $5 to unbutton your shirt. And I'm like, that's so, like, random. Like, why would you give me money for that? Like, whatever, because, like, we're all bros, right? And to this day, I don't understand the reaction, but they threw oranges at me, and, like, I just don't understand. Like, I don't know what they were expecting for me to have under my shirt. I was 6. But they didn't like it, and so I got oranges thrown at me. So, like, I don't even think I'm mad about that. I'm just like, why oranges? To this day, why oranges? Like, why? And how did they already have the oranges? It was all premeditated. These guys were nuts. But that was, like, the first time in my life where I realized that, like, I was different than the guys, and, like, they were gonna treat me differently as I got older. And much of this didn't happen to me growing up. I did see it happen to, like, female peers who were, like, sexually, like, harassed, especially when, like, puberty started kicking in, and, like, they, you know, like, the whole thing where they dropped the pencil and the guy's like, what's going on in your shirt? Like, I just remember watching this and, like, I didn't want to be a part of it. Like, I wanted to be a wallflower. Like, that is what I endeavored to be. I wanted to be that person that did not stand out. Like, I just wanted to, and that's what I do to this day. I love observing the world, which is why it's funny that I'm, like, making this YouTube video, because I'm like, I'm not observing the world, I'm, like, in the world now. But I also just like having, like, weird video diaries to look back on and be like, I remember me when I was me. But, like, I just didn't want anything to do with anything. I watched movies, the way women are treated, and I'm not saying I'm trans because I didn't want to be treated a certain way. It further cemented that, like, I just want to, like, fade into the background, and there's no way in this world I could do that living as a woman. And I also just did not like what puberty would bring on for me. Like, women, you guys are awesome. You guys have great bodies. It's not for me. It's not for me. I don't want it. I never wanted it. I'm so glad that I've gotten rid of some of it. Like, it's just not for me. Um, but, like, when I changed my name and got onto testosterone and got surgery and began being recognized as, like, a male in society, like, my mood was so positive. Like, I had been having anxieties and depressions for a few years, and they were just so less after I got on testosterone. Like, once people saw me the way that I had always seen myself, everything that was, like, really anxious for me just faded away. And, like, of course I still have, like, depression and anxiety. It's just, like, a hereditary biological fact. But, like, it's so much better. It's so much better. So when I see these comments and when I see these statistics that are spread around, saying that transgender people are more likely to kill themselves. And then these assholes in the comments like to put that in there, like, how can they be really happy? I've seen those statistics. They all kill themselves. They all kill themselves because you're a fucking asshole. Like, I have not come across any person that was transgender who, like, literally hated themselves for being transgender. And if they did, it's because they felt like society like had made them into like, well, this freak, this like abomination, and so they felt like uncomfortable with that. And I think that's why people kill themselves. Like, I just can't, like, in my mind, imagine anyone who, if they didn't have that outside pressure of the world telling them that they were an abomination or that they weren't going to be loved or accepted, why they would kill themselves. Because I've seen people start hormones and get surgeries, and just the look on their faces of just like, yeah, joy, just absolute, like, this is where they belong, this is everything. And then we have the statistics that come in at the end of the year during Transgender Day of Remembrance that 360 plus people across the world have been murdered for this. Murdered. Just fucking blown away. And so I just get so upset when I see these comments or when I see people talking about this in the news, or even family members who are like, well, the trans people, they're so mentally unstable, they're so unhinged, they're such fucking attack helicopter special fucking snowflakes, which, bitch, I've been to Afghanistan, like, I'm not a fucking special snowflake. Like, yes, do I have this really cute emotional support dog? Yes, I do. And you know what? A lot of hard-ass combat veterans have emotional support dogs and service dogs. So, like, really, what the fuck are you gonna do, bro? For me, being trans is not a mental health disorder. I have mental health disorders. They are debilitating. I can't fucking leave the house some days. Sometimes I feel like I can't fucking breathe. Like, I literally feel like I can't breathe. I'm sitting here and I'm breathing, and I'm like, I'm not, though. I have a blood pressure cuff monitor. I have an SpO2 monitor to check, like, my blood saturation. I have all these little things to convince myself that I'm alive. It's, like, ridiculous. But none of this is because I'm trans. And really, at the end of the day, if I'm not feeling good about myself for whatever reason, honestly, I don't know why I have anxiety or depression, or I procrastinate and don't do things. I don't know, and like, I'm just starting to go see a psychologist about this. Like, I'm not sure, but at the end of the day, I can look in the mirror and be like, look at that beard growth, though, am I right? And like, it's so liberating for me. And if I hadn't had the ability to transition, if I had stayed in the military and I had been forced to wear, a skirt and shave my legs and like all of this, like, I don't mind shaving my face. That's, anyone would have to do that. But like, I couldn't conform to fucking standards of which I wasn't. And that would have fucked with my mental health. But being trans does not fuck with my mental health. Like, since I've been out of the military and I've, for the most part, been stealth, like, I just don't have all these, like, issues that I had then with myself. Like, I'm finally comfortable until I shave my face and then I look like I'm 12 and then everything sucks again. But I'm just really sick and tired of people saying that trans people have mental health disorder because they're trans. Like, if you're transgender, like, there's nothing wrong with you. Like, there's just a disconnect, and that's fine. And honestly, as it sucks that you're not the gender that you were supposed to have, like, your biological sex, connect with. And that's not fun because, that shit gets expensive. Like, it's been expensive for me. But, like, I don't know. I kind of feel weirdly privileged that I get to walk on both sides, like, if I had been born male, like, maybe I could have just been like that asshole. Like, I don't know. Like, all I know is what I got. And, like, if other people just leave me the fuck alone, like, what I've got is pretty good. This video is kind of rambly, and really, I just want to, like, show off my dog. Like, I don't know. I probably should make another, like, video. But this is a dog, and she's cute. Why don't you want to look at the camera? Please. Please. Who's that? Is that all of YouTube? It's like 20 people, but like it's all of YouTube. She gives me so much anxiety for an emotional support dog. Yeah, so I made this video, and this is the ADHD. This is where the ADHD thing becomes a problem. So if you're wondering what the point of this video was, if I haven't made it clear, it's just that like I don't believe that identifying as transgender and having a gender identity different from your biological sex is a mental health disorder. I don't think it's the reason that people kill themselves. I think the reason is society. I think that when people spread these statistics and all these comments, like, you should be cognizant that, like, if people get to live the way they want to, they usually don't fucking kill themselves. It's when society interferes and calls them abominations and freaks that they think something's wrong with themselves. And if we just accepted people, honestly, if we just fucking accepted people, like, things would be great, right? Like, mental health disorders are real. If you have one, it's not good. It's debilitating. Like, you don't know why you're sad, and that's like the worst fucking part. At least when you're trans, like, like, why. It's usually because other people are dicks. That's my video for the day. It's pretty nuts, this video. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is the second time I've tried to do this video. The first time, it was actually going very well, and somebody stepped all over the computer. So I'm just gonna upload it as is. She keeps trying to like bite my hands and play with me. So I hope you liked my video. I don't know. Comment, like, subscribe, something rather. I don't know. I'm gonna make a video on next. This is already very fucking long. Actually, I think I should do one on like gender identity and sexuality. Does that sound good to you? Yeah, because like mine's very hard to describe, and I like want to know if anybody else feels the same way. So like, I'll make a video about that. Also, my hair is growing back, so like, thank God. Thank God. Thanks for watching my video, guys. Sorry it's really long and rambly. I'm ADHD, and I apologize.